Hello and welcome to GameRules.com. My name is Mark, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Mastermind Code Breakers. This is a set collection card game for 2 to 6 players. Go ahead and dive in and learn how to play. Out of the box, you will get an instruction pamphlet, a score tracking board, a deck of code cards, a deck of breaker cards, and 6 player tokens. The object of the game is to be the first player to crack all 5 codes. Codes range from novice to master. These cards are double-sided, and the codes will be harder to accomplish when you're playing master level than you are playing the novice level. The main portion of the deck is a colors and number deck. We've got numbers 1 through 5 in blue, red, yellow, and green. And then we've also got these wild number cards for each color. These can be any number you need, 1 through 5. There are single-digit wild cards that can be any color that you need, but they must be the number that is on the card. And there are multi-digit, multicolor wild cards that can be any color or number that you need. There are also action cards in the Breaker deck. Swap allows you to take the top card from the draw pile and swap it with a card from your hand. Draw 2 allows you to take 2 additional cards from the draw pile. Reboot allows you to discard a number of cards from your hand and replace them with new cards from the draw pile. Block allows you to skip another player, and the advanced card allows you to just move 1 code ahead on the scoreboard. To set up the game, place the scoreboard in the center of the playing area. Each player takes a player token and puts it at the starting space on the scoreboard. Take the code cards and decide which one you're going to play with. They range from novice to master, novice being the easiest. Notice how there are a ton of options here for how to break each code. With master, you're going to have to be much more specific. Notice how each color has 1 number, but there are still a few wilds there as well. And in between that is advanced, where there is a mixture of very specific requirements and more general ones. For this example, we will play with the novice card. The object of the game, as stated, is to be the first player to complete all 5 codes on the code card. And when you complete that code, you will move your token towards the finish line. The first player to get to the finish line wins the game. Choose a player to be the dealer. They shuffle the cards, deal 4 cards out to each player, place the rest face down as a draw pile, and turn the top card over to begin the discard pile. If an action card is turned over to begin the discard pile, place it on the bottom of the draw pile and turn over a new one. You cannot start the game with an action card showing on the discard pile. Players should not let their opponents see their hands. For this example, we're going to play with all of the cards showing. If you are playing a 2-player game, you need to remove all of the advance and block cards from the deck. You will not use those. Determine who's going to go first. That player begins their turn by drawing a card. You may either draw from the top of the draw pile, or you may take the top card from the discard pile. If the top card of the discard pile is ever an action card, you may not draw it. You will have to take the card from the top of the draw pile. Our first code here is a green of any number, a 2, 3, or 4 yellow, a 1, 2, or 5 blue, or a 2, 4, or 5 green. So we do have the green. We do not need any reds, and we do not have the right blue card either. This player is going to go ahead and draw a card, and they got a wild color, any number multi-card, and they're going to go ahead and take that. Once a player draws, if they have any action cards that they want to play, they may play 1 of them. This player does not have any action cards. The next thing a player may do is break the code. If the player has the 4 cards required to break the code that they are on, they may do so by revealing those 4 cards and ending the round. This player cannot do that. If you are unable to break the code, to end your turn, you must discard back down to 4 cards. So this player has a 1 of green that it needs. It now has this wild card, which could be the yellow. So we'll go ahead and put that in order like so. And this player will choose 1 card to discard. They'll go ahead and discard this blue 4. That is a smart discard because it cannot be used to break that first code. And that ends this player's turn. Play then continues clockwise, so that brings us over here to the player on the right side of the screen. Again, you begin your turn by drawing a card. This player is going to go ahead and play their action card, Advance, which allows them to advance to the next code. They'll be green here. Now, our player here on the right side of the screen is trying to break this second code. A yellow of 1, 2, or 5, a blue card that is a 3, 4, or 5, a green card that is a 1, 2, or 5, and a red card that is a 1, 3, or 5. They are very close because they have a wild 2, which meets the first one. They have a wild multi-number card, which meets the second one. They have a green multi-number card, which meets the third one. But they need a red 1, 3, or 5. They did not get that card. So they are unable to break a code. They do not need the discard because they only have 4 cards. Their turn is over. Moving on to the next player. Begin by drawing. They have to take from the top of the draw pile because an action card is on top of the discard pile. First, they're going to look to see if they can beat the code. They have a green 4, which will work for that one. They have a yellow 4. They have a wild 1, but they need a green 2, 4, or 5 in order to complete this code. So they're going to go ahead and play this advanced card as well. Move their token to the next code. Now they're trying to break that second code as well. And that ends their turn. And we fast forward here. It is this player's turn. They have the green card they need, the yellow card they need, the red card that they need, and all they need now is a green 2, 4, or 5. And that is on top of the discard pile. So they will begin their turn by drawing. They will reveal their code for everyone to see. Discard unneeded cards. And we see that they have cracked the first code with a green 3, a yellow 3, a blue 2, and a green 4. This player now moves their tracking token down to the next row. They are now going to be trying to break the second code on the code card. Once a player has cracked a code, that ends the round. All the cards are collected, shuffled back into the draw pile, along with that discard pile, and a new round begins with another deal of 4 cards to each player, and whoever is in last place will go first in the next round. So in this case, it is our red player right here on the left side of the screen who will go first. Play like that continues until one player crosses the finish line by completing that final code. That player is the winner. Now, one thing to mention real quick before we get into the conclusion is that a player cannot play an advanced card 2 turns in a row. Also, the same player cannot be skipped twice in a row by a block card. And that's how to play Mastermind Code Breakers. If you have any questions about this game, or if you have a game you would like to see a tutorial for, be sure to let me know down in the comments. If you found this video helpful, the best thing you can do is give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a comment down below. All of those things really do help us out. I've got playlists of other games you might enjoy here. And as always, until next time, keep on playing.